How about now? Can you hear me now? Let's try and okay, great, thank you. Yeah, cool. All right, great. Okay, so welcome. So out of courtesy to those who are here on time, we're going to start. Essentially, we're going to be about half an hour or a bit longer if you've got questions. If you have questions, please put them in the questions area and we can go through them. We're going to kind of jump about a little bit from this screen that you can see here onto online, so you can actually get some really good understanding of actually how to make money out of Facebook and how to work it for your local business. So if you could just put in the chat box, it'd be really useful where you're from. Are you is it a local business? Or do you sell products? I do coaching of people who sell products and services online as well. So pop it in the chat box if you can. Where you're from, what you're selling, that type of thing, so I can make sure that I absolutely get it right. Okay, so let's crack on. So I run several businesses online. I've done since 1997. So just a brief introduction to me. You can connect with me up onto Facebook. Onto the Online Profits Program. So you're welcome. Love to connect with you over there. Let's have a look. Hi, Barry Mitchell, Sales Masters Guild. Hello, Barry. How you doing? Corporate events at zoos. Okay, cool. SME coaching, service provider, counselor, local. Okay, cool. Thank you very much. Okay, so yeah, so there's a range of services, and maybe there'll be products and services, accounting online services. Okay, cool. Well, welcome all. Keep putting them in there because it's great just to know what you do so that I can make sure I tailor it. So having been online since 97, now when I went online in 1997, brief, I had a local business. It was a physical business in Hitchin in Hertfordshire, and I built a website in 1996, halfway through, and people came. It went online really in the early days of the internet, and people came. It's still there. It's still #1 in the local area for the keyword phrase. It's been there for however many years that is now. And people came, and I was absolutely hooked from that point. I realized actually I didn't need to leave my home. I didn't need to do anything except work out how this internet webby thing worked. And that's essentially what I've been doing ever since. So we're up to probably 1,500, 1,700 websites so far that we've built in various niches and various markets, and I continue to build businesses because once you know the formula, once you know what works and how to actually create sales funnels and talk to people online and this type of thing, which is actually much more complex than it used to be, obviously, but actually people buy for the same reasons, and that's the thing to remember. In everything that we're doing here, we're going to look at technology and various other bits and pieces, but the truth is people buy because they know, they like, and they trust you. And so that's the way to think about technology. That's all it's doing. And if you can accept that, then what you do is you know what you need to do. You know you need to produce content and use ways in order for people to do those things, and then make them an offer. And that's really what we're doing now. We're looking at how you can do that and how you can take some very simple steps that do work. I mean, you got here because of the processes that I used. You will hopefully copy these and build your own business in the same way. So let's crack on to it. So what we're going to be doing is, let me just remove this. Again, we're going to be jumping a little bit backwards and forwards. So hopefully you can all see the screen. You can see the screen, I'm hoping. Yeah, hopefully. Let's just make sure you can. Yes, thank you so much. So Facebook training webinar. So what we're going to do, we're going to give you a 7-step Facebook marketing plan that will attract your ideal audience, grow your email list, and sell more of your products, programs, and services. I've created it so that you can copy it, something I've used time and time again and will continue to use and develop. The biggest mistakes we're going to have a look at that Facebook advertisers do generally when they start out. There are secret ways to target your ideal customers using Google, of all things, in order to get back onto Facebook and to turn fans into quality leads and get them into your business. And we're also going to have a look at a quick and easy Facebook list building funnel to get your list going, because one thing about an email list is that once you build an email list, you can target them and work with them time and time. Again, let me put this out. So if you've got any questions, let's have a look here. Some of these. Okay, I'm not quite sure what that says, Bob. That I'll try and read it. Okay, yeah. Consistently change it is. So that's why we're going to keep it simple. So the 7 steps that we're going to look at are, let's go through here. So the marketing plan, and I'm going to work my way through this, and hopefully you'll find it useful. You know, pen and paper. We are going to we're recording this so we can put it out to you again. So what we're going to look at is targeting, list building, liking, and why people should like. We're going to look at things like boosting posts, using webinars like we're doing, this type of thing, using audiences, and also tracking. And we're going to try and bring all those together so that you can actually create a business whilst you're at home, if that's what you want to do, or as a bolt-on to your existing business. Now, the reason that people actually use Facebook, and I'd say use Facebook, and a lot of you may not have been online in 1996, 1997, in the good old days, is that we used to be able to build websites and get them ranked in a day and make £1 a day out of those websites. And we were building and producing 200 websites a day and getting them ranked over there, and then they drop down and we build them up again. So we were creating hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of websites. They didn't last very long, but in the good old days, that's how we made money out of Google and Google AdWords. And Facebook is a similar thing right now. It is by far the best way for you to build a business in today's market, without a doubt. There is absolutely no reason for you to do work that you don't like and don't enjoy doing. There's absolutely no reason for you not to make money on the internet in some fashion, either as using it to use your local business or your international business, or to sell products and services. So let's just go through these quickly. So targeting. Facebook allows you, because it works with other providers, i.e. who gain data on you and I, which is pretty astounding. It allows us to target people exactly, and I'm going to show you. When I first found it, I almost kind of fell over. It was so astounding, the amount of targeting that you can do. List building, it allows you to build a list very easily, very quickly, and market to that list. A lot of people are concerned, or they're worried about why they would waste time getting people to like their page. The reason that they do that, and I'm going to work through these, is because when you actually start advertising on Facebook, the cost for advertising to people who like your page is half the amount than it is to people that you don't know. Okay, so once you get people to like your page, the actual cost per click, and I'm going to show you what that is, how low we can get that, then that is actually half the amount of a complete stranger. So it's well worth getting people to like your page, and it's a key part of all the strategies that we do. Boosting posts is a very easy way to do advertising, and we're going to get you to hopefully understand how easy that is once you get people to start to like your page. Webinars are something that I would encourage you to have a think about and to do training on, because if you can do webinars, when you go to webinar, email marketing, Facebook, there are 103 people, I think, who actually signed up for the webinar. Of course, not all will arrive, but we know that they're an interested party. So webinars are a great way to do training and connect with like-minded people. I was out networking this morning in Hitchin in Hertfordshire, and there were about 20 people in the room. And I wasn't speaking to an audience that was absolutely interested in everything in what I was doing. And here, we've got 101 people. Not all of them are actually on at once, but 101 people who are. So webinars are a great way, after you learn about Facebook marketing and how to use Facebook, to then build the audience and make some sales. And I'll just give you an idea of audiences that you may or may not know. But what you can do, and it's something I've started to do, is you can actually use your LinkedIn emails, your connections on LinkedIn, to build a custom audience. I'll get into that a little bit later on Facebook. So not only do you use Facebook, you can connect it up and use all the data out of LinkedIn and Google and all that kind of stuff to then build those emails into Facebook. Facebook will then go and find those people, and then you can advertise to them. So if they like you on LinkedIn, you can target them on Facebook. And LinkedIn advertising is notoriously poor, notoriously expensive. It hasn't worked for anybody that I've known. Then finally, tracking. We can use some amazing tracking on Facebook. So let's get through to the 7-step plan. What we're going to cover here, let me just see if there's anything here. What we're going to cover here is probably 10% of what we can cover, because time is precious, so we're going to crack through it. So let's get into the plan. So the first thing is to create a page. So if you have, so you've got a business, you've got a personal account, what you must do is create a page. And when you create the page, what I want you to think about is what you name it, because there's a lot of SEO, as in search engine optimization, value in the name that you use the page. We get Facebook pages ranked under their name. So when you create your page, do not do it as something obscure. Make sure that it says what it does on the tin, so that anybody that looks at the page immediately knows exactly what you do. And also, the more you use the page, the better ranking that you will get onto Google as well, which is great. There is a strategy of using lots of pages to get ranked, to get traffic to websites, but I'd really say that really just focus on one and make sure it's very keyword and SEO friendly. I'm just going to pull this over here. Okay, so the next one. Let's go here, add relevant content. Now we're going to get into this quite deeply, because one of the main things that people struggle with is what content to create. Okay, and it's actually not that difficult when you think about it. What you want to do is create content and put content onto Facebook, all over your social media really. That's actually interesting. The truth is, and please don't take offense at this, is the most stuff that anybody puts on Facebook is boring. You know, it's boring, it's bland, doesn't do anything, it's not interesting. The best thing you can do is create content that actually drives people to take action. So what I've done is I put together a little bit of content here. So when you think about what content to put onto Facebook, and then we'll tie all this in at the end to Facebook advertising for you as well. So what the first thing you want to do is you must understand that business is pretty simple. Okay, what we get paid to do is to move people from the before to the after. Okay, the before state is where they're fed up, they don't have enough time. Time's the biggest leverage thing nowadays. They don't have enough time, they don't have enough skills, whatever it is. They're bored, they're in pain in some fashion. And our job in business is to move them from there to somewhere completely different, okay, where life is better for them and they're completely free of what the pain that they had before. Okay, that's it. In simple terms, that's absolutely it. And in terms of marketing, a lot of people get confused because they don't differentiate between the two enough. What they do is they don't really tell people this is where you are and this is where you're going to be. They leave it up to the person looking at the advert to kind of guess it. So when you're doing advertising, particularly on Facebook, where there's a lot of information, make sure that you're very clear about the before and the after. I hope that makes sense. People also do not buy services. They buy, I'm just going to pull this out, make sure everyone's okay. Yep. Oh, okay, let's have a look. What is SEO friendly versus unfriendly? Okay, let me just cover that one for a second. SEO friendly, search engine optimization. So for instance, work for a tutoring company and they have a tutoring business in St Albans and Harpenden, and we named the Facebook page Tutoring St Albans Harpenden. So that means that that page actually gets ranked up onto the front page of Google along with their website. So it means that you're using the main keyword that you want to be found for in the title of the page. Neil, I hope that's clear. So if it's Neil Farrar, then you would be doing pens. For instance, you would pick, you know, something that somebody would search in terms of pens and that type of thing. Hope that's helpful. So let's have a look at the outcome. So I'll check that every few minutes. So people buy outcomes, they don't buy products or services. So don't tell them what the product or the service is, tell them what the outcome is. Okay, so on an advert you're doing on Facebook or anything you're blogging about, anything you're putting anywhere, talk about the after state. What will they have after? And it's put down here that good marketing and copywriting, and also when you're networking, if you're in a local business, is all about getting them and articulating what the after state will be if somebody does business with you. Okay, so they buy the outcome. You know, they do buy you and they like you and they trust you, but ultimately they're gonna buy the outcome. So that's really important. As we're moving through, and here's something that I'll leave it up for a second that's really good and useful. We work for a gym. We do some work for a gym, and this is a great exercise. We've done it for tutoring companies, various other people, which is just make a little grid on a piece of paper, and you've got one which is before, one after, and you've got have, feel, what their average day is, and what their status is. Now, I've got a little example coming down, but essentially what you're doing here is you're creating the content that you'll use in your Facebook advertising, or on your blog post, or in your Facebook posts, or on your website, whatever it be. So for instance, if we scroll down here, so you got that, yeah, have, feel, average day status, before and after. Now this will make the basis of your advertising. So as you go down here, so we'll do some work for somebody who was doing tubs, bar tubs, this type of thing. So for example, and you'll put this in your own business, obviously, what they have right now is a cold, hard tub, and afterwards they're going to have a warm, squishy tub. So this was for kids, okay, not for adults. This was for kids. What they feel is the parent is scared and frustrated that their child's going to hurt themselves, and now they feel confident and in control. Their average days that bath time was terrible. It was worrying. It was concerning. They didn't look forward to it. Now bath time's a breeze. They have great fun. They connect with their child, all that kind of stuff. What they felt initially was their status was unappreciated as a parent or as a mum, and now it's super mum. Okay, so that's the way to think about it. So any adverts that would come out of this, we talked about these things in the adverts. Does that make sense? So think about it in your business. In the weight one, in the gym one, what they have is, what they have is clothes that don't fit. They feel frustrated and upset. Their average day is that they have to watch what they eat. They don't feel great when they look in the mirror, and they feel unconfident, unlovable, not very hot and sexy. So afterwards they feel hot, sexy, confident. Their average day is where they look in the mirror and feel great. They look forward to getting up and meeting people and going out to parties, etc., etc. So all those things, this little chart here, all these things, let's have a look, yeah, no more, cool. All these things allow you to build up the basis of the adverts that you're going to use on Facebook. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So if we just go back, you want to make sure, what the content is. You've got to articulate the before, this is where you are before, this is where you'll be after. You've got to sell the outcome. Okay, the after state, that is what they want, yeah, and people buy through feelings, so how they feel is the most important thing. Create the customer grid, and then if we go down here, then you can think about how much you charge once you've done those types of things. So and the key to the amount that you can charge, and you've got to test this, and again, you're all in different businesses, but the truth is, it's the bigger distance between where they were and where they are now means a bigger charge. Okay, now it might be that the work you're doing actually is not, and what you're putting out onto Facebook doesn't actually articulate the huge move that there is before they met you to afterwards, and so maybe you're not really able to charge the charges that you want, and that will stop you doing advertising because you won't have the income, etc., etc. So think about making a really big gap. Okay, create a better product or a better service if you want to bridge the gap and charge more, or articulate the movement better. Okay, does that make sense? Articulate the gap much better to people. You'll be able to charge more and you'll get more conversions. And that's one of the things about Facebook, is we're not looking just for social media to put stuff out there, we're looking for conversions. Okay, if I put on here, so does all that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense, because one of the key things you want to do is make sure that you're prepped before you even do an advert or do a post. You want to make sure you've got all this stuff ready, so that you know what you're doing. So that when you put a blog post up, or where you put a post up, you know that what you're really doing is articulating the difference between the two. So that's really key. So again, if you've got any questions, just pop them in the old box there, and other than that, then we will carry on. Let me just take a coffee. Yeah, okay. Let's get back. Let's see where we are. Okay, so that's about the content, and this is how you're going to really fly with Facebook. So what we've got is that you create your page, make sure it's SEO friendly. You add relevant content to it, okay, and before you invite. And then what I do, and an easy way to do it, and a lot of people I know, is on a Monday you invite the right friends. So I have 2 accounts on Facebook. One is my personal, one is my business one, and I friend people that I know will be interested in what I do. Okay, and I do that because that's what my business is. My business is helping people get leads online, Facebook advertising, and this type of thing. So I friend people and I connect with them. They're like me, so it's easy to do because we're all good people. And I friend people in order that I can see what's going on and that I can help people. And the bottom line is that's all a business is. It's just out helping people. So on a Monday, I will invite people to become my friend, and I'll connect with them up, and we'll have a bit of a laugh on Facebook. What we do then is we invite them on a Friday to like the page. Okay, so it's not as if on a Monday you're inviting them to like them and then you're saying, bang, invite my page. That's kind of rude. What you want to do is make sure that when you invite people who will be your friend on Facebook, and I've got real proper friendships out of this, then from there, then on a Friday, they've had enough time to look at you, seen the type of thing you're doing, then on a Friday, invite them to like your page. And what that does is a lot of people get worried about getting people to like their inviting people. If people don't like it, they won't like it. All right, it's cool. Don't worry about it. So on a Monday, you invite friends. On a Friday, you invite those friends to like your page. Okay. Now, what you have then is a relevant and warm audience to advertise to. Okay, that's what you've got. And that's really, really key. So it means that within that audience, you know that they're people like you, they like the things that you do, and they very possibly will be interested in doing the things that you want to do. The next thing to do, and I'm going to go onto Facebook and actually show you some other stuff, but the next thing you do is find your most popular post. So post on there for, a period of a few weeks time. On your page, you'll see something called Insights. Go on the Insights and have a look. It's pretty self-explanatory, and it will show you which post worked the best, which got the best engagement, which people like the most, and this type of thing. And just keeping it really simple, the best way to get to the best advert for you is that post. So what I would suggest you do is you might spend a couple of pounds a day. I think it's a couple of dollars a day is the limit, the lowest, but a couple of pounds a day, boosting that post out to the friends who like your page and their friends. Now, what you'll find then is that very quickly people begin to like your page. You know they like it, they're enjoying it because they're interacting with it, and that's a very simple way to get started. So you create your page, relevant content, you invite friends on a Monday, you invite them to like on a Friday, and you start to find your most popular post, and then you boost it to the friends and their friends, and then they start to see you in the light that you want to be seen in as a business owner. What you then do is you create an offer, some kind of offer, some kind of promotion, and you post it to the top of the page. You pin it to the top of the page so that if anybody, and when people come onto that page, the first thing they see is their ability to let me just see that now. Yeah, what they do is the first thing they do is they see what you want them to see, okay? And you're making them an offer. Does that make sense? So if that doesn't make sense, please say, and I'll cover it all again. Create the page, add relevant content, just that we talked about. You get friends on a Monday, you invite them to like on a Friday. If you do this every week, you cannot lose. You cannot not build a great audience. You find your most popular post and you boost it to them and their friends, and you create an offer and you pin it to the top. And make sure that it's a good offer. Training, webinars, this type of thing, money off, and I'm going to show you how to do that because that is also very important that they see that you're offering value for money. Okay, let's just go into this question here. Popular post stats. Can you run? Yeah, you go onto the page and you'll find Insights on the top of the page. And you click there and you will then see the page Insights, all the data for that page. Okay, so that's what you do. Okay, so now you may or may not have heard of a guy called Gary Vaynerchuk, and he created this kind of concept here, which he calls jab, 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 right hook. And it's not fighting. It's actually about giving information out. It's about putting yourself out into the market in the right way, just as we've talked about, and then asking for somebody to take some kind of action. So once you've created the page, once you've added the right content, these are all the jabs. You're putting all the stuff out there. You're naming it right. You're boosting posts. You're putting relevant information out. Then you're going to say, hey, you're going to invite them then to take the next step, which is then to say, hey, how about coming along on a webinar? How about signing up to my email list and this type of thing? And so that is a very easy very easy and very doable plan that you can use in order to build your business. And it's very, very simple. Now, what I'm going to do now, just open that. Yep. Okay. So what we're going to do now is actually get onto Facebook and have a look at that. So let's go here. So let me take you onto my internet here. Bear with me. Let's go here. Get rid of that. Right. So this is the Online Profits Program. We started this a week ago. We've got 102 likes. So this is actually a new business we've done, and this is exactly what we've done over the last couple of weeks. You know, we've invited people, like people, and then invited them to like the page. Offer them then straight into here we go, Neil. There's the insights button there. Offer them onto a webinar. But what you also need to do is have a think about why Facebook is so amazing in terms of targeting. So what I've done here is these are, now if you've got an ad account already, you go into the account. I'm not going to go into my account because it's got my my customers in there, but you go into the account and you go into tools, and then you go into insights, okay? Custom insights, something like that. I'll do a little video of it maybe when we send this out. So, and this absolutely astounded me. So when we're talking about targeting, and that's the key to Facebook. The key to Facebook is targeting the right people. So you've done your page, you've got a few people on there, they're a warm market. But what you can also do is then understand what they like. So for instance, when you go in here, then you can put in here United Kingdom. So this is how you target people with adverts. Okay, you can then, we're talking to somebody who does cruises this morning. So they're interested in cruise, not Tom Cruise, they might be, cruises, and travel, adventure travel, same. Now, if you go down here, and this is the most astounding bit, you can connect them to the pages, but I don't want to show, I want to show you this here, which is behaviors. So behaviors are, let's have a look, things like financial behaviors, whether they have insurance, health insurance. Now you could target people with private insurance for travel insurance. Now Facebook does this by tying up with other businesses that track all this kind of stuff. Purchase behavior, you know, whether they have an above average level of spend. So if I was targeting people like cruises, that's exactly what I do. Recreation travel, yeah, I'd say, yeah, they tend to spend more on travel. I might be targeting people who are engaged, so it could be an engagement party thing going on, or people who are married. If we go down here, financial, market segments, whether they're parents or not, life events. So they might have recently moved, not moved. Facebook has worked with so many different companies to find this information out. And what happens is you then find out exactly what these people are and what they like. So in this area, people are like adventure, travel, cruises. Their purchase behavior is above average, and they're married. Now, on Facebook, here, 68% of women, 32% of men. So that means that the adverts that we do will be tailored towards women. Relationship status, married, because that's exactly what we wanted. It gives you the type of jobs that they do, so you get an idea of the demographic, and exactly, let's put this over here. Yeah, okay. The demographic of where they are. And if we go up here, page likes, when you're forming an advert or maybe doing a blog post or something here, then what you find is that if I was doing a blog post or an advert to these people, I would say, you know, if you love Waitrose, then food, then look at the food on our cruises. They like Cath Kidston, so you could do an advert with a Cath Kidston image in it, because you know that that's what these guys like. They listen to Chris Evans' Breakfast Show, they like Pimm's, and they use Groupon, and they've obviously got kids, most of them, because that's what they like. And we can go down here, they eat at Marks and Spencer's. Clothing is this, F&F, I'm not sure what that is. So the amazing thing is that this tells you exactly how to talk to your audience on Facebook. Absolutely, exactly. It tells you the images that you want to put in. So you can put an image of David Beckham in and talk about success in some way, shape or form. I mean, it's just astounding. And if you go down here, the pages they like, it tells you here. So you could even run an advert on people who like this page, yeah, and or if they've got a website, you could run an advert onto their website for your cruises. The same with Marks and Spencer's, not on the high street, this type of thing. So I hope you kind of get what we have here as business owners. What we've got is all the information that we need to target our customers amazingly. This is location, don't worry about that too much. Activity over the last few days. Yeah, most of them are on, there you go, not on desktop, they are on mobile, iPads. Yeah. So you could even talk to people and say, hi, you're possibly on your iPad right now. You know, you can, it's just absolutely astounding. So what I would encourage you to do is to create an account, an ad account if you haven't already. Go into the tools and then the audiences, insights and audiences, and play around with this because it is, let's just see if you've got any questions. No, we're okay. Because it is absolutely, it's astounding, the information. We're working for an insurance company, so in London, so interested in insurance. I mean, you could do anything at all, car hire, insurance, doesn't matter. So you could do insurance. In fact, they're a life insurance company, so insurance, yeah, we could even do that. That would be absolutely fine. Take out the travel. Yeah, they've got, they are married yet because we want them with children and they are parents. Maybe with young children. So there you go. This tells me all about these people so that we can advertise them. So when you do a Facebook advertise, you advertise to people within these ranges. So you're not wasting adverts targeting people on here, 18 to 24, 55 and above. So that reduces your spend. And one of the biggest mistakes that I'll come on to that people do with Facebook is they go too broad. Okay, you want to start with, 100 people first of all, or 1,000. I mean, a good target audience, if you're doing big advertising, could be 50,000 or something, but you're better off starting much smaller. And if you just got 100 likes, just advertise to those 100 likes on your Facebook page, but do it with the knowledge that you've got these insights. Yeah, absolutely astounding. So it's amazing. It's actually they're not bringing the information here, but hopefully you get the idea. So create an ad account, even if you're not going to do advertising yourself. Have a look, and like I say, it will show you exactly who to advertise and what to say to them, which is again absolutely astounding. Okay. Moving on, so let me know if this is useful. Let me know if you have any other questions. I did put something out on Facebook asking for questions, so I'm just going to cover those as we go back. Let's have a look here. So one of the key things to do when you're doing any kind of marketing now using the internet, particularly in Facebook, when you're driving a lot of people, is to make sure that you are using tracking in some way, shape or form. And so what I want to do is just take you into that a little bit. So let's go back to here. Yeah, so the biggest mistake is going too large too quick. It's not taking your time to make sure that you analyze who you're talking to, because the key thing really is that small customers, and when I say small, it could be 100 people on your page, or it could be 50,000. You do not want to advertise to 1 million people on Facebook. You just don't, because you're just not, smaller is much better, because they're better customers, you get better conversions, they're better at repeat business, they have friends like them. So you make sure that you focus on that and that it's quality. Okay, you're much better off having 1,000 people on your Facebook page that buy every week than you are 1 million that never buy. Okay, so that's really key. Make sure that you start off small, follow the 7 steps that we've been through, and when you do any advertising, go into those insights and have a look, and make sure that you understand the post, the most popular post that you can then boost, and then go into the audience insights and have a look and see the types of things that they like. And then base your ads around that, base your language around that. Okay, so again, are there any questions? Any questions? Nope. Okay, we'll move on. Okay, all right, so now let's have a look at ad costs. Another reason to think about Facebook, excuse me. Okay, I do love my coffee. All right, so ad costs. Now, I don't know if anyone's done pay-per-click. Let me know if you have. And if you have done pay-per-click in terms of Google, what types of things were, how much did it cost you per click? Now, in the insurance market, it's about £5 per click because it's such a big market. And this, if we come down here, this is stuff we're doing for the insurance company. And you can see here that the cost per click ranges from 94 cents, so this is in American cents, which is about 70p, something like that, down to 20 cents, which is about 15p, I believe, something on those kind of lines. So in order to get 55 people to this person's web page and to offer them a service, it costs less than 20p per click. So overall, and this is running over, I think, about a 5-day period, because we run the adverts in the evening. And on Facebook, you can run them at certain times. Just check if there's any questions. Let's have a look. Okay, what about budgets? Liz, I can't see your name there. I'm sorry, so sorry, I can't see your name. You can set budgets with advertising, £2 a day upwards. It does depend what campaign you're doing, but essentially it's a couple of pounds that you can spend, and that will get you going, as long as you get the targeting right. Targeting, if I was going to say, if anything, when you're thinking about budgets, don't think about budgets, think about targeting. If your targeting is right, you'll find that your budget will work really well, and you'll actually get some quality leads out of it. Boost, what does this do? Okay, you can boost a post. So when you create a post on Facebook, you can boost it. So the bottom right hand side of the post, and you can boost it, i.e. you can share it. So you share it out to people who like your page and or people who like your page and their friends. So it's a very simple way for people to get into Facebook advertising. You'll be able to see it on the post. I'm not quite sure if we go onto here. Let's go here. Okay, so let's have a look. Mr. Ketley there. If I show on my page, very, very simple. So this one here, we boosted a post about the Facebook. So I think it's a bit further down, bear with me. Great big eyes. I hope this is right. It's not going to show it now. Come on. Hey, I can't see it. Would you believe it? You know what? I'm thinking about. I'm not sure it is on this page. Anyway, what you can do is you can. Oh, look, that's why I'm not logged in as me. Bear with me. Hang on a second, Neil. Right. So boost post. Can you see that here? Yeah. So what you would do is you'd boost it, and then you can choose to people you like, people you choose through targeting. If you get a bit more complex, you can do that. But the easiest thing to do, if I'm coming up with an easy strategy for anyone to follow, is to get people who like your page and their friends, click that, and then if I were to spend $5 a day, then they're the people that I would get to, and again, my page likes would go up, and that's something that we're going to be doing more and more regularly on this page here. You can do it either 1 day, 7 days, or 14 days, and yeah. Very simple, but I wouldn't do that generally. I don't run ads generally like that, but in terms of a really easy 7-step process that I can share with you, then that's the easiest way to do it. I hope that's helpful. Let me know if that answers the question. And where does it go? Yep, friends, it goes to where you send it. All right, so let's get back to here. So I really want to share with you the costings, because they're just absolutely astounding. So for this advert here, this was actually based into London, people like insurance who had families, just as I kind of showed you there. 221 clicks for $89. So that's about, what's that, 70 quid, something like that, 70 pounds. So, you know, for £100, they would get 270 people through to their website, and the key is what they do when they get there, which we'll get into, but that's an astoundingly low cost to get people to your website, and that's why Facebook's so exciting. You know, we reached 13,000 people, nearly 14,000 with this one advert, or with these adverts here last week, and you know, it's just amazing the amount of a business you can get through doing this. Obviously, you've got to make sure that you do it right. Okay, so let's move on. Now, what I did want to share to you, hopefully you've got questions there. What I did want to share with you is about list building, because it's really key that you build a list, because if we have a look at what happens here, so I'll relate this back to list building in a second. One of the key things with Facebook is you can build audiences, and it's one of the most attractive and amazing things on Facebook, because again, I'll connect this back into list building, but essentially what will happen normally is you get some kind of traffic. Now, bear in mind that even if you're not paying for traffic, it's costing you, all right? It's costing you time, and that time you're not doing other things. So it's costing you time and money to get any traffic at all. There's no way around that. It either costs you money or time or effort, whatever it be, but essentially it costs you at the end of the day. Now, what normally happens is traffic goes to a website, your website, I would imagine, and about 96% of people bounce off. Okay, they don't actually do anything. Now, that means that only 4%, 5% will actually do anything at all, will help you grow your business. The rest of that traffic is completely, and has been till now, completely wasted. Now, what Facebook allows you to do is to put something called a pixel. Now, a pixel is a little bit of code, just like this. And what it allows you to do is to then track exactly who comes on your website. So one of the main things that you want to do is to understand about that this is the really most amazing thing, and it really works together with list building really well. So what we do with Facebook audience, or what you can do with Facebook, is you've got your traffic, then nothing happens, so 96% bounce off. Now what you do is you put that little bit of code just here on the left there onto a page. You need to do various other bits and pieces first, but that's the basics of it. Now what that allows you to do is actually track all of the traffic, even if they don't take any action on your website, like sign up or buy anything. It allows you to identify them on Facebook. Okay, so I hope that's really clear enough. So instead of losing 96% of the traffic and the effort and the time that you put into getting that traffic or the money, you can now capture 100%. You might not get their email or a sale straight away, which is really what you really want, but you can track them. Let's just see if we've got any questions there. I'll tell you what I'll do. I will I keep dropping out. Okay, should be okay. By Facebook. Okay, I tell you what I'll do. I'll come back to those in a few seconds. So hopefully you can still hear me. Then yeah, let me know if you can still hear me. I'll check in a second. So from here, so traffic, website action, trackable picking, pixel tracking, should I say. Now what that means is that they come to your website, they don't take any action, they do get picked up. You can then create an audience out of the 96% essentially that do nothing, and you can then create an ad to those, because they're interested, even if they haven't bought. You can do an ad back to them and retarget them on Facebook. So all of a sudden, what happens is instead of losing 96% of the traffic, you gain 100% of the traffic in some way, shape, or form. We won't go into exactly the detail of how to do it, but that means that nothing is wasted. None of your effort, none of your money that you spend on advertising is wasted, because you're using all of it. Now, in terms of, let me just check whether you can hear me. Hopefully you can. So in terms of list building, you can combine Facebook with list building by using squeeze pages. And again, this is why Facebook is so good. On Google, you're not allowed to do this. They're far too strict. On Facebook, let me show you some of our squeeze pages. This is a squeeze page, and a squeeze page is something that squeezes people's email out to see if they're interested in things. So this page here converts at about 50%. So 50% of people come here will sign up for something. This page here gives away a free book, converts about 37%. So 37% at the 100 coming here will give us their email for the book. If you're in a gym, it works in exactly the same way. We offer a voucher. So with Facebook, and it's costing you 20p to get somebody to that page, half of the people, you can get half of them to sign up to your email, and then you can really begin to advertise to them, and that means that you are getting so much more for your money on Facebook than you ever got on Google or any other platform that you're using. So I hope that's key. I won't go into the detail of exactly how you do it, but pixel tracking, the fact that you can create audience and track them, and then you can re-advertise to them, is the most astounding thing. So let's go into, I'm going to go into have a look here. I keep dropping. I hope, Lizzie, I hope I don't drop out. I'll just keep going. I'm looking to promote a new app via Facebook. What call to action, ad specific, would you recommend? iOS app, Android app. 2 campaigns to direct app downloads requested in the action. Sorry, bear with me. So would that be, I think what I would do is I would go back and, sorry, I can't see who asked that question. Let's have a look. We've lost it there. No, we can't see that. Essentially what I would do, I'm sorry, I can't go back. That's not working properly somehow for some reason. Technology is great except when it doesn't work. I would go back to here and I would have a look at these kind of things. You know, who's it for? What's the benefit? That type of thing. And then I would base it on from there. So, you know, I can't see who put the app question. I am sorry. What I will do is, you know, I'll give you my email afterwards. You're welcome to just give me an email, and we can then have a look at that in more detail for you. Okay, so let's keep going. Hope that's okay. We've got about another 5 minutes, so I just want to cover this for you. So Facebook audiences, there we are. So that's key, something to do. I don't want to get too complex. There's a lot of information here, I know. With the squeeze page to build an email list, then you use the squeeze pages we talked about, and they're something that are a bit of a specialty, if you like. It's something like that, which are made to convert rather than a basic web page. And you go down here, pixel tracking. Yeah, you get conversions on pages. So if you want to know who's arrived on a particular page, then you can track that. General site visitors. So you can put a pixel on your whole website, and anybody that visits the website who's on Facebook, you will get access to their, not their details, but you'll be able to advertise to them. So wherever they come from, whether it's on Google or not, it's just, again, astounding. We won't go into the detail, but still astounding. It shows you specific ad results. So if you've got a specific advert, you can track that as well. You can see which one works the best. It allows you to create custom audiences. So for instance, you can create an audience of people who like your page. You can create an audience of people who like your page but haven't bought anything, or people who have. You know, the more you have a look at it, the more you realize the power of it. It's difficult to get across, again, in a fairly short training. And I think we're done. I think we've covered everything. If we go back to the start, I think then what we wanted to do was really just create a personalized Facebook marketing plan. Hopefully we've done that, you know, just in the step-by-step bit that we do in terms of what to do Monday, what to do Friday, this type of thing. You can copy that. It absolutely works. Absolutely works. So just copy that, just do it. The ones that will actually succeed at this are the ones that just get on and do it, basically. And try not to think about it too much. It's really not that difficult. Learn the Facebook secrets. So your ideal customers, you can do that by the targeting. I think we've covered that. Not in the detail. I wouldn't expect you to be able to go and do it, but hopefully it shows you what's possible on Facebook and why we're so enthusiastic about it. And then a Facebook list, that's all about the squeeze pages. So make sure that you send somewhere where they can actually sign up to something. And just a final thing, hopefully you're still with me, still going. If you want to find out what, let me just see if there's any questions. No, we're okay. If you want to find out exactly what people want, essentially, so say you're in the coaching market and you want to get build an email list, then you might type in coaching tips, then you do a plus, okay? So plus list. We might do coaching top 10 tips plus list. Okay, put that into Google, and what you'll find is this. This is what Google is showing us are the best results out of 61 million. So what you do is, again, don't overcomplicate it. Don't worry about it too much. Go onto the page, cut and paste that out and rewrite it. I'm not telling you just to steal it because it's somebody else's content, but rewrite it. Okay, put it into a PDF, a one, a one-sheet PDF, something like that. Put it on your website and invite people to download it in order to sign up to your email list, because this is what they're looking at on Google, and you're guaranteed that this is something that people want. Okay, and that's key. So if you were if you were selling apps, let's just say for weight loss, I'm not sure what the app is we're talking about, tips, so apps for weight loss, and you say, you want to build a list of people who are interested in that, then there you go. You might do this one here, the 10 best ones. Now what you do, obviously you'd rewrite it and you put your one at the top with a special offer in some way, shape or form. Yeah, that's what you do. So use Google. If you don't overcomplicate it, if you want to find out what people are how they're what's the most popular thing, go onto Google, add it, use the plus list or plus tips or whatever it be, and you can come up with some really great insights and just give the information away. You don't have to recreate it, reinvent the wheel. Just copy it out, rewrite it in your own fashion, and then promote your own product as you're doing that. And after that, with your email list, you're just going to communicate with them once a month, once every 2 weeks, and and then make them offers, give them special training and this type of thing. So yep, I think we're done. I think we've covered everything. If you could put any questions in here, that would be absolutely great. I'm not actually sure whether that's working or not, but yeah, hopefully any questions, please put them in there, and I can cover them in the end. But if you want some more information, then you're welcome to get hold of me. If you use my Gmail account, so my Gmail account is morelocalprofits@gmail.com. That's one I just use generally. So you're welcome to email me there. I'm happy to answer any questions at all. The mobile, just there, write that down, give me a ring if you want to. Send me a text, probably easier because it might be a meeting or something. Please connect up with me on Facebook, the Online Profits Program. So go onto Facebook, type that in and say hi, like the page and say hi. And if you want to Skype me for a meeting or whatever, that's my Skype there, David P. Marshall 101. So I hope that is of interest. What we're going to be doing is doing some training. So from February, going to do a weekly training, a kind of a 4-week course on how to use Facebook to build a business and make sales on the internet. So what I'll be doing is, to anybody that attended, I'll be sending that information out, because you can either pay, we have an agency and we get paid good money for doing it because we do good work. So we can either be employed as agency, but it may be also that you want to learn yourself how to do this, because if you can do it for yourself, you can do it in any business. And so it's a really, really good thing to know how to do. So we've got a 4-week course coming up in February, and we'll let you know a lot about that as we get nearer the date. So I think that's it. So if there are any questions, please put them in here. Any questions? I'll put in there. Let me know. Happy to answer any questions. Get on the Online Profits Program, ask your questions on Facebook, that type of thing. Anything else to do with marketing, been around a lot, done it obviously for quite a while. Let's just check here. I'm not sure that's working, seems to be. You're welcome, Barry, nice to see you. See you again. Okay, I think we'll leave it there then. So please do look out for the email if you're interested. If you want to learn how to do Facebook advertising in a lot more detail than that, obviously, and it inspires you to see really it is the best way to advertise your business and make some money. And there are, another 14 ways, 14 channels to make income from Facebook, from selling other people's products to affiliate products and this type of thing. There are lots and lots and lots of them. So if you're interested, let me know. So that's it. We'll sign off now, and thank you very much for attending, and I will see you soon, and I hope that was interesting for you. And again, you're welcome to send me an email, morelocalprofits@gmail.com. So that's it. Have a great day, and I'll speak to you soon, and hopefully look out for some more training. Take care. Bye-bye.